this is going to be. I don't know exactly how this is going to go. But hello. First of all, this is not going to be 110% for everybody who's tuned in. Please don't make anything fit. Please use your own discernment with this. If you would like to take a deep breath, you can. You don't have to, but you can. 1, 2, 3. And then let it go. So, this is basically going to be what is changing for you in the next 30 days. Once again, I'm not going to be 110% for everybody here, so please, to make the things fit, please use your discernment, okay? So, what's going on? What's changing over here? What's going on? We have Prince of Cups, introspection. So, right off the bat, you could be experiencing more time to reflect, more time to go within if that's your style. At the top of the deck is the Chariot, which is about forward movement, success, victory, things of the sort. And that could be something that's on your mind, that could be something that you're focused on, achieving, receiving. And with the Prince of Cups, like once again, there's like an energy of not more downtime, that's not the word. I did hear that, but that's not. For some of you, yes, you might have more downtime, and that might be a really good time to like reflect and to create and to decide what you want, et cetera, et cetera. But more time to plan, I guess. I guess downtime, it's not really downtime, but for some of you, it might resonate that way. We have the Six of Cups, Innocence, and then the Hierophant. And for some of you, this does feel like an energy of connecting or reconnecting with different aspects of ourselves from the past. I keep fumbling over the words. I think, is Mercury in retrograde? I don't know. Mercury could be significant for you, for some of you, whoever is tuned into this. Six of Cups is often about the past, childhood memories, loved ones, stuff like that. So for some of you, I do kind of get the energy of like a passed on loved one. If that resonates, that won't be for everybody, but that's a thing. And paying attention to whatever guidance is being offered. Not saying that you're obligated to listen, but like that is an energy, like paying attention to the synchronicities, paying attention to the signs. It was 306 on the thingy and then 603 at the time. So that's a thing. What can we expect in the next 30 days? Whoever's tuned into this, whoever's listening, what's going on? Right, so the Hierophant card again, and then we have the Seven of Swords. Excuse me. So for somebody, there's an energy of deception. There's an energy of ideally this is somebody else. I hope I'm not reading for anybody who goes out of their way to deceive people, but that could be a thing. Maybe you're trying to relay information, trying to teach somebody, but with incorrect or outdated information. For some of you, not all of you, obviously, once again, please use discernment. The Hierophant is generally a conduit for higher powers, God, source, whatever you call it. Similar to the High Priestess, but a male, obviously. And what's the Seven of Swords for the next 40 days? For what's going on? Seven of Swords. Also, I hope the audio is okay. I didn't do a test for this. Ouch. There's just a really sharp pain in my side. That could be relevant for somebody. Somebody could be experiencing some like physical health issues and needing to really tune into that. Oh my gosh. I forgot I had an alarm set. Hopefully we're okay. Oh gosh, 1 second. Okay. Hopefully we're okay. I had to turn off the next alarm because there's another alarm for like 30 minutes from now. So, sorry. Um, so for clarification for the Seven of Swords, we have the Six of Wands, which is about success, victory, and then also the Seven of Wands, valor. So for somebody, not everybody, there's an energy of false beginnings, like maybe getting your hopes up, somebody getting your hopes up in some way, not necessarily intentional, but that could also apply to somebody, like maybe somebody's intentionally trying to like get your hopes up, get you excited. But I don't think that's the case for everybody. There's like maybe you're applying for jobs and there's something that seems promising, but it doesn't really pan out, you know? Next 30 days, what's going on? Hello. Welcome to those joining. We're doing a reading if you want to tune in. Next 30 days, what's going on? Come on. We have the Hermit card. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing, this is six. There's three major arcana out of the five that's on the table. The Hierophant, oh wait, I'm mistaken. Once again, like I said before, there's definitely an energy of like misguidance, like somebody trying to relay information, but like they themselves are misguided. So like be wary of that. Like that's definitely something. There's two major arcana, not three. Because I was for some reason I was thinking of this as that's not major arcana. The Hierophant and the Hermit, which are actually both cards about connecting with higher powers, connecting with higher awareness and wisdom and all that stuff. Whoever I'm talking to, you could be somebody who's in a position of leadership. You could be getting a promotion in the next 30 days, potentially. You could be wanting a promotion, wanting some sort of a leadership role. No. Princess of Cups, Dreams is at the top of the deck. The Six of Wands, this is supposed to be a future read, but like the Six of Cups talks about the past. So there could be a few things that remind you of the past in the next 30 days. I know currently, I don't know anything. But I believe we're in Mercury retrograde currently as I'm recording. I don't know when you might see this, but like currently it's Mercury retrograde. And actually, am I correct about that? Let me freaking fact check myself. I'm pretty sure it's Mercury retrograde right now. And generally, if you don't know, Mercury retrograde is a time of like delays, confusion, miscommunications, stuff like that. Yeah, we're for the next 3 days. It's currently July 20th as I'm recording, but like it'll be in retrograde until the 23rd. So, for some of you, centering might be a relevant theme for somebody, like making sure that you are grounded and centered before you make certain decisions, taking a deep breath, regulating the nervous system, etc., etc. That's not what I meant to say at first. When I first said centering, I was gonna say like focus, like what you're focused on, like to make sure you're, you know what I mean, center the camera, etc., etc. I'm getting the energy of like Out of the Woods by Taylor Swift. So that could be relevant, like, you know, kind of waiting for something and like kind of having this impatient energy, like, are we out of the woods yet? Are we done? Is this over? And like, I'm gonna get to the particular question, but I would recommend that you try to let go of that attitude. But we're gonna get into like the question of like what you can release, what you can let go of eventually. Actually, I guess we could just get into that now. Yeah. What are you being encouraged to release? Whoever's tuned into this, whoever's resonating with us, what are you being encouraged to release? Oh, very high spirit, what's going on? Three of Wands. Ooh, that's interesting. Three of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so some of you, whoever this is resonating for you, I feel like you're being encouraged to drop. I'm trying to be careful how I say this. Drop your expectations. Drop your. Because if I wanted to be lazy with my words, I would say just drop your goals. Like forget whatever you're. But that's not, because the Three of Wands is vision. This is building towards the future. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So it's like release your expectation. Like don't stop moving towards it. Don't stop trying. Don't stop building. But like understand that like it's gonna manifest however it manifests. And like you trying to control every aspect is not necessarily going to help. If anything, it'll hinder the process. Um, King of Swords, whoever I'm talking to, you could be somebody who overthinks. We have the Gemini energy, the lovers. And that could be something that you're being asked to release, let go of, manage, however you want to say that. I actually wrote a post for the Patreon, link down below in the description, about how to allow overthinking to like work for you, to like be a benefit to you. If you want to check that out, I'm just gonna link you in the description. But yeah, because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, like you are headed towards a lot of success, a lot of like opportunities, but there's definitely a need for you to like stop obsessing, like stop putting your desires on the pedestal, if you will. Because you're definitely headed in that direction, but like I feel like the obsession aspect is like kind of slowing you down a little bit. Hello, welcome to the journey. We're doing a reading right now. If you're interested in, excuse me, if you're interested in a paid reading or anything like that, you can check out the link in the description for the Patreon, etc., etc. Three of Swords came into my peripheral for a moment, and that felt significant. So like, I'm not wishing it on you, but you could be experiencing some sort of heartbreak, some sort of heartache in the next 30 days. It could be around career, work, something like that, or it could also just be about like relationships. Um, for the third time in this video, once again, be careful about communication. Be careful about somebody like having the wrong information, because I keep feeling myself slip over my words, and it's like, and there, once again, there could be somebody who's like, this could be a friend, this could be like somebody that you trust, essentially, who's trying to like give you information, but like they're kind of misguided in what they're limited in their capacity and their knowledge. That's something that keeps coming through. Um, that could also be an ongoing thing whenever you do see this, but like it could be something that's dragged on if you don't use your own discernment, if you don't like check the facts. So yeah, that's something for somebody, not everybody. Don't make anything fit. What's going on? Oh, I have two more questions I'm going to ask for this. But what else could we be releasing for the highest good? What can we be letting go of at this time and in the next 30 days? We have the Nine of Wands. Give up the fight. Somebody's being encouraged to stop fighting. We have three nines also now. Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. So somebody could be really pushing for something, really trying their darndest for something to work out. And it, once again, for most of you, I do see it working out in your favor, but like specifically, especially if you like release your grip, if you release control. What are my hands doing? Like especially if you release, expectations, like needing it to look a certain way, needing it to be a certain way, because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't turn out exactly how you see it in your head. So like, just allow it to be, do what you need to do, and allow it to unfold. Um, what are we fighting? Spirit, what are we fighting? What is this Nine of Wands? What are we? Oh, okay. So this could be about relationships for some of you. We have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. Four of Wands is like marriage, celebration, union. And the Two of Cups, also union, partnership, stuff like that. Could also be friendships. It doesn't have to be romantic, but like it definitely feels like a very passionate connection. And for some of you, you could have really been fighting for this connection to like continue. You could have really been fighting for this connection to like change or evolve or something like that. And like I think you're really being encouraged to like just let that go, like let it be what it wants to be. And maybe focus more so on your work, your career, whatever's important to you, your hobbies. I don't know what's important to you, but like whatever's important to you, whoever's resonating with this, whoever's tuned in. Because this relationship is not very helpful to you. I feel like um, the Seven of Swords was at the top of the deck again. Um, I'm going to ask a question that I didn't write down because I wrote down the questions that I'm asking. I'm going to ask, what positive things should we expect in the next 30 days? What positive lessons? Ooh, Ace of Wands. Ooh, shit. The Justice. Um, a blessing in disguise for some of you with the Five of Pentacles at the top of the deck, the Death card or enemy. Um, in addition to that, there's like a balancing of energies. Like you could have been in the situation recently, or even now as you're watching, where like you're giving a lot of yourself to a situation, and it's kind of just burning you in the process. It's just kind of hurting you. And I do see that balancing out in the next 30 days. I'm not saying that anybody's getting their karma, but if you want to interpret it that way, you can. Um, Things are balancing out. We have the justice energy. Things are definitely balancing out in your favor, especially if you are doing what you need to do, doing what you're feeling called to do, listening to your spirits, listening to your guides, etc., etc. Um, what is this justice part about? What is this? Positive things we expect. 30 days. Six of Swords, transition, the Sun card. Yeah. It's gonna sound a little frivolous, I guess, but like some of you, you could be getting more time in the sun, getting more time out in nature, something like that. For others of you, you could be moving. You could be like moving jobs, moving locations, stuff like that. Um, the Five of Pentacles returns, destitution. What is the Five of Pentacles about? What is that? Why is that? Oh shit! Oh gosh, clarity. Oh, oops, lady. Oh my. Oh wow. Okay. So once again, I'm not the type of reader to be like, they're gonna get their karma, they're gonna get their just desserts. I don't do that. But that is really coming through really strongly. Like this could be your energy, it could also be somebody else's energy, but somebody's really like somebody was dishing out some sort of whatever, and like they're really getting it handed into them. The Tower card, the Ten of Swords, despair, Five of Wands, competition. Oh my god. Like this is your energy, and assuming that you're like moving how you should be moving. I feel like this is more so like turbulence. I feel like this is the storm before the calm, if that makes sense. I don't know if I said that right yet, but like, because oftentimes, not all the time, but a lot of times things get a little bit chaotic before they get better. Um, and ideally, that's in an attempt to kind of like show you what's wrong, show you what needs to be improved before things actually do improve. And so for you, whoever's tuned into this, that I feel like that's kind of what this is for you. You could have asked for like a specific thing, a specific upgrade, more money, a new job, I don't know, a different relationship. And once again, right before that happens, I feel like you will experience a little bit of issues, a little bit of struggle, but keep your head on straight, remember to breathe, and keep it pushing. Okay, what is blocking your abundance at this time? What is blocking the money that you seek? Assuming that you're seeking money. If you're not seeking money, then that's why it's important for you. But if you're trying to make some money, what is blocking that? Oh, we have the Devil card. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, dedication, Two of Wands, planning. Some of you This could be about obsession. This could be about addictions. Um, this could be hindering your influx. That's not the right word. Inflow. I can't think of words now. This could be something that is influencing your. Why can't I think of words? Oh my god. Um, I guess in that regard, like, yeah, yeah, like there's something like taking up your energy. It doesn't have to be like literal addiction. It could be like a relationship or like something that you're just hyper focused on that isn't really bringing you any fruits, isn't really giving you anything of substance. Um, Demi Lovato, substance is now in my head. Is anybody looking for substance? That could also be a thing, I guess. Overgiving, like you getting into situations where like you're really dedicated, you're really committed to like the team or whatever, and you're not really getting that in return. That could be a thing. Like people are turning your back on you. It could feel like emphasis on feel like, because maybe that's not necessarily what's going on, but that's what it might feel like. And that could be really bumming you out to some degree, really taking up your energy. Um, I wish I had more than one tarot deck. I do, but I actually don't have it anymore. Note to self: get more cards. Um, this Two of Cups feels relevant. I can't show because there's nudity, but Two of Cups feels relevant for the money question. Like, what is blocking your money this time? It could be a relationship, it could be, once again, hyperfixation, focusing too much on somebody who's not necessarily giving back. For some of you, I feel like it's a really bittersweet message. Like, you might really care for this person, you might really love this person, if love is the right word. Because for some of you, I don't think it's love. I think it's just obsession or like avoidance. But regardless, there's a connection, there's a situation that you're focusing way too much of your energy on. And, you might be trying to balance things out, you might be trying to like, but no. Because whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you're very ambitious. I feel like you're very, very go-getter sort of energy, but like that's in most aspects of your life, like relationships, career, money, like leisure, like you're very determined. And obviously that's not a bad trait, but when it's pointed in the wrong direction, that can be a little bit of a negative. So being wary of where you're focused at, where you're showing up, like super committed. Billie Eilish is my head. I came committed, guess I overdid it. Wore my heart out on a chain around my neck, but now it's missing. Yeah, heartbreak once again is a really prevalent energy coming through. Learning from the heartbreak, learning from the heartache, ideally, hopefully. I'm sorry, that came off a little condescendingly, but ideally we should be learning from our pain, learning from our heartache, learning from our mistakes. We have the Temperance card here, healing. Also, patience is the energy of the Temperance card, practicing patience. Yeah, I'm running out of cards, so I'm gonna probably end this soon. I mean, I have other decks, but this is the only tarot that I have right now. Two more cards, or two more questions. What is blocking the love that you seek? If you're seeking love, if you're seeking romantic partnership, what is blocking that currently? What is getting in the way? You have the Three of Cups, your friendships. No, I'm kidding. For some of you, that might resonate. There might be a friend or two that's kind of like getting in the way, like cock blocking, if you will. So the King of Wands, leadership, Eight of Wands, movement. What's getting in the way of love? If you have a position of authority, that could be something that's kind of, and I want to be careful how I say that, because it's not that the position is getting you or getting in the way. It's more so It could be a thing of jealousy, like envy for some of you. Oh gosh. Um, yeah, like you might have some envious friends, competitive friends, or people in your life. Yeah, we have the King of Swords and the Queen, or King of Wands, Queen of Swords. Leadership and independence. That's a pairing right there. For some of you, there's nothing blocking your love except yourself. You're your own biggest enemy. But oh my, and the way that they're looking at each other does not look very friendly. Or the way he's looking at her because her eyes are closed. Um, for some of you, what's blocking the love that you seek? You know, because you might even be in relationships as you watch this or whatever. But like, what's blocking the love that you're wanting to manifest could be a lack of discernment, a lack of like awareness. Like you're not really vetting people before you like get close to them or allow them to get close to you. For some of you, not all of you, please don't make anything fit for the 700th time. Um, you know, I'm thinking of this as a line. We get so lonely, we forget what. I get so lonely, I forget what I'm worth. Not we. Who the heck is we? I'm not speaking French. I get so lonely, I forget what I'm worth. I'm so lonely. Yeah. What is that? What song is that? Um, Drew Barrymore. I don't know. It's one. It's one from Control. And we talked about control in the beginning of this. How letting go of control would definitely be a necessary thing for some of you. Not needing to control every aspect of whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever you're trying to call into your life. The only thing you should be aiming to control is yourself and your actions, your words, etc., etc. But yeah, for somebody, that's definitely a thing. There's like a self worth issue. There's like a self esteem, self worth issue. You're not like really valuing yourself in the way that you could be, and so you're attracting people who are like kind of matching that, who are kind of reflecting that back to you. But you're not like you're not no you're not noticing that that's what's going on. So it's just kind of like why do I keep attracting these annoying ass people? You know, maybe I could have said that better, but you know what I mean. Um, why am I attracting these envious people? Why am I attracting these loser posers? Um, Roses could be significant for somebody. I was thinking of Rosie Posey. I don't know what that is. Rose, is that like a nursery rhyme? I don't know. Um, but yeah, so that's that on that. One more question, and then I'm gonna close this out. Okay. I hope this has been useful to you so far. I hope this has been helpful in some way. What do you need to know? Is the last question. What do you need to know at this moment? Whoever's open to this, whoever's resonating, whatever. What do you need to know? What information do you need to know? What do you need to hear? What do you need to feel? We have a perspective card. Hangman. The Prince of Discs, Prince of Pentacles, reliability. Oh wow. I had a chance to calm down. I promise I'm not angry now. I think I finally worked it out. Perspective, Maddie Noise. Go ahead and do what you do. Yeah, you say there's two sides. Yeah, there's yours and there's mine. It's all about perspective. I see where you're coming from. Took consideration from all you said, and I still think you're a dick. And that's my perspective. Oh. You said I took it the wrong way. You never meant to hurt me, but I still hate you all the same. Cause either way, you're still a dick. I'm sorry if like the singing is clashing with the piano. I didn't really think that through. Um, and that's my perspective. Yeah, for somebody that could be a thing like needing to when things get heated, when things get frustrating or confusing, taking a step back and like remembering that like your perspective is not the only perspective. Also, now there's a Paramore song in my head. Um, you don't deserve a point of view. If the only thing you see is you. I don't remember what song that is. I think that's from Brand New Eyes, but yeah. Perspective, once again. Initially, this is the Hangman card in this deck, which the Hangman is about delays, sacrifice, um, being held in suspension, kind of like feeling stuck, but you're not really stuck. You're kind of just in a moment where like you're not in control of like what's happening, but it could also be represented by like enlightenment, like awareness, like epiphanies, stuff like that. Also, the lighting is not ideal. I did not turn on. Next time, I'll make sure to turn on. I'm sorry. Um, Once again, we have the Prince of Tentacles, reliability. What do you need to know? The Emperor, the Ace of Cups, love. For some of you, I feel like there is like an Emperor sort of energy who is like crushing on you. And I feel like it's necessary that you, if you're going to pursue that, proceed with caution. We have the Emperor, little wolfy dog, Ace of Cups, once again, love. Sorry for the tongue. The tongue only happens on live streams. Actually, that's not true. But yeah. You could also be this Emperor sort of energy who's like eyeing somebody, and once again, proceeding with caution. I feel like there's a song that wants to come through, but I don't know what that is. You're proceeding with caution, not being too gung ho, not being too. Why do I want to say shiesty? Not shiesty. There could be somebody being a little bit shady, slim shady. There could be somebody being a little questionable in your energy right now. But back to the lover thing. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a lover. It could be somebody wanting to be your friend, wanting to like work with you, something like that. But like once again, on both parties, whether you're the masculine energy or you're not, proceed with caution. So I'm gonna end this here. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. If it was, you should definitely engage with the video. Let me know what you think. If you want, check out the link down below. Consider joining the Patreon, and remember,